The first thing I'm going to do is give you the things that you're going to need to make your pita bread, or whatever type of bread you decide to make. First thing you want to do is preheat your oven or your toaster oven to 500 degrees. 450 will work, but 500 is better. Then you need the dough that's been in the refrigerator. Overnight is best because it's easier to work with. Your canister of flour, a sheet pan or a pan that is the size that will fit in your toaster oven, parchment paper to go on the sheet pan, or a smaller piece of parchment if you're going to use the toaster oven. The other thing that is important is a spray bottle of water. You have to spray your pita when you put it in the oven and enable it to rise. The dough needs to be wet to get any kind of puff. Step 2 is working with the dough. The first thing you have to remember is that you need the dough to be wet. So it's very sticky. And you need a lot of flour because you have flour on the outside so you can work with it. So I take some flour out of my canister and put it on the bench. I have it on my hands and I have it on my rolling pin. You don't have to use a rolling pin. It's just whatever you're used to and whatever you happen to have. Then you want to flour the amount of dough you're going to work with, just that one side, not the whole thing. Then reach in and grab a little bit of the dough. You don't want too much, just see how it's kind of sticky there to my fingers, and you just need enough flour so that you can work with that. Press it down, roll it out. If it starts to stick, put another little bit of flour on it. And you can also press it out with your fingers. Again, if it starts to stick, just add more flour. You don't want to knead the flour into the pita. And then this goes on your parchment paper. You can stretch it out when you first put it down, but you cannot pick it up again because in 5 minutes or 3 minutes, that will be stuck to the parchment. Now I'm going to do another one. So you grab another small nugget of dough. If it doesn't look like it's quite big enough, grab some more. And you'll see it's very sticky. And that's the way you want it. Now we're going to pat flour on the outside. Pat it down. Again, you can feel it with your fingers. Reach back in and grab some more flour if you need it. And you don't have to get crazy about the shape of it. You know, that's one of the nice things about homemade dough. My oven has preheated to 500, so now I'm going to put the sheet pan in the oven and preheat the sheet pan. Now I have 4 pitas made on the sheet pan, and now what we do is our sheet pan has been preheating for about 10 minutes. If you have a pizza stone, preheat that for a good hour before you put your pita in. Now, to get this on the tray in the oven, I'm going to use a pizza peel, which makes it very easy to pick it up. Now, it wouldn't slide off of this peel without the parchment, but this way I can slide it right into the oven. Now I have it in the oven on the sheet pan, and I'm going to spray the pitas with water really well.